Hello everyone, this is a war selection game I was playing with a team game. I was right in the back line, so I was struggling to go Europe, longbowman and a defensive formation. Hope you enjoy. I'm just going to show off the strategy I've been using recently, where instead of building any units in the Bronze and Iron Age, I prefer just to build towers, as they're more of a permanent protection against anything, while infantry or archers or something have their own weaknesses. While towers, if you build them around your town hall, it blocks how much of your town hall is visible to being attacked, and free protection from the towers. Well, it's not free, but yeah, you know. I just prefer towers. But yeah, I'm going to skip to the next interesting part. Here I just got into medieval age, just upgraded some of my stuff, and have decided to go and get some archers up. So I'm just building 4 forts. I think I'll put a 5th one in a minute. Nothing's really been going on in the match. We've had some exploration done. We found 2 of the enemies, and no one's got attacked or anything, so pretty boring match so far. My economy could be slightly better, but that's probably just because I'm starting to upgrade my forts and buildings. My iron is doing quite well. My food is okay, but my wood really is suffering. That's kind of sad because in Great Britain you really need a lot of wood. So at this point I sent my workers back to iron because I took some workers off of iron to build all of that. And I'm just checking out my allies' setups, just see what they're doing because of you know, their front line. I'm just behind them, so I can send soldiers or build towers if needed. So here I just destroy a few towers to save me upgrading them later into the industrial age. Here we go. And I'm just upgrading all my forts to archery ranges and then royal archery ranges, whatever the hell they're called. Here my allies just teamed up with another ally, I think that is, and they're just pushing forwards a little bit into enemy territory. I don't think they'll do that much, but might as well cause some economy damage. Just upgrading a few left with towers that I haven't upgraded, as they're pretty vulnerable in the medieval age. Here I'm just offering my teammates trebuchets. I'm saying that I can build some trebuchets just behind their town hall or something if they want. No one takes up the offer, so I just build a handful behind my tower on the left of my forts, as you can see there. I'll start building them in a second. There you go. For those of you who don't know, towers are now keybind, and trebuchets are dot. And for Great Britain, / is sea forts. Just getting the rest of my things upgraded. The last few upgrades, getting a higher economy, as you do in medieval era. And just jumped forwards a little bit to forts when I start getting archers, longbowmen, sorry. That's a very defensive unit, so I can get to I can ensure my survivability till Great Britain. I think about putting more trebuchets down, but I end up removing quite a few. Anyway, I'm just telling my team I'm making longbowmen if they need any help. Another attack just got sent to orange in the bottom right of the minimap, if you can see, by the water. And he's getting quite badly, his house is getting destroyed and his farm I think got destroyed. And some of his workers. Don't think his town hall's died yet, but he's still in the Iron or Bronze Age, I'm not sure. One of the two. Yeah, here you go. Pink has sent help to him with some samurais. So the little force we had didn't really do that well. There we go. Just medieval unit training and so on. I'm going to start moving my archers up to get rid of some of the animals around the territory, so I don't have to deal with them later in the game when I'm sending all my soldiers to the front line. Because then I can't divert anything. My workers have to die to fight a single ball. Or you get an alert that you're getting attacked. You click on it, takes you to the front line, and you already know you're getting attacked there. But where you're actually getting attacked as well is by your wood supply, where there's a ball that's just killed half your workers. Happens a lot. I decided to build some catapults. Onagers, sorry. And another trebuchet down there. Just protect me a little bit more from the north in case Pink dies. Just trying to boost my economy a little bit. I got a few more workers because my tower was blocking the exit to the town hall. You have to be careful with the tower placement. I've just realised. As you can see, I'm getting all sorts of different animals killed, sorry. Sending some help to Pink because there's some legionaries and pikemen coming from light blue attacking him, so I send my longbowmen up that way. I've got 18, I think, or 16, so shouldn't be too difficult. Purple here, or pink, sorry, purple I'm going to call him, just above me, has used some chariots, and I started getting out some onagers to do some damage to buildings, seeing as I only do really damage to units with longbowmen, as their building damage is pretty low. You also get some help from some archers from orange, and the legionnaires die quite quickly here. So there's only 2 left, and they're trying to get his archers, but shouldn't have sent such a small amount and ran straight past someone's base. I'll just check for if there's any more, and I decided to pull my archers back to protect my town hall in case of another attack. I think orange is still in the Bronze Age here. So he might need some protection if he gets attacked. He does have some archers and a few towers, but if someone rushed, they could probably be in Industrial Age by now. I'm just going into late medieval ages now. Almost there, around 80%. The bottom left yellow here was rushing to Russia to get a wonder. So we were all trying to protect him, seeing as he's so far back line. This clip is from before I got Russia from the giveaway I entered. So I was still using Great Britain 24/7. I try to get a couple of cannons out, but I don't have enough population space. Here we go. Just finish off my iron mine. My iron or copper node, whatever that was. And there's not that many on this map around and about. There's more stone. So I get a tower up by my wood workers. And I straight away start going up to industrial. Still not much combat on the front lines, but there is a little force from Light Blue coming in. But he missed his orange's base entirely and goes towards this choke point in the trees. So I set up my onagers and archers on that choke point and wait for him to come through. Here we go. I've just met his forces and all my cannons missed. Oh, I've only got one, sorry. My cannon missed. And here he goes all the way around, but I don't think that's going to get him very far. That's a hit, I think. Maybe not a kill, but my cannon here, I'm moving it back a little bit so it's got cover of towers, because I don't really want to lose it. My onagers are just getting rid of a few of the legionaries that are trailing behind the pikemen. My cannon really isn't doing that great. I'm not a big fan of cannons unless they're massed. Here my trebuchet starts firing my towers, and then I think at this point he's going to realise that he got a little bit too far in. My longbowmen are hitting him from the sides. I've got towers and trebuchets hitting him from the other side, and he's only got a few soldiers left, so I just ignore what's left there, and there we go. Actually hit my town hall there, but it doesn't do damage to... You can't do friendly fire. So, yeah. Oh, to your town hall. I think you can shoot your own towers and whatnot. Yeah, here I say I'm gonna go try and get rid of yellow, so that we can start flushing the enemies out upwards, which is the furthest away from us, because we don't want to be pushing up north and then get attacked from the east all of a sudden by red and orange. So I send all my soldiers down to orange, knowing that blue is still only spamming pikemen and legionaries, which is not going to be a problem for me. I'm almost into First Industrial Revolution, got still a strong economy up, and my soldiers are almost down to the border between cyan, I guess, I'm not exactly sure what colour that is, and orange. Here I'm going to start doing building towers so I can push forward my visibility and hide my forces, because he can't see what he doesn't own. There we go. Red is fighting cyan here, I think that is. He sent up some forces to red. Red was massing forces, so he managed to take a bit out of it. Here I managed to upgrade every single thing that consists of wood and metal, but my food economy is still quite low, so I needed some more to upgrade my workers. And here I notice a great opportunity to show off some sea forts to protect Yellow's base. because he's going for Wonder. They're probably going to try rush him, I was thinking. So later in the game you'll see how many sea forts I managed to squeeze into that little pond. Here I start making some machine gunners, and I move my workers off of food because I've got some tractors, but I realise I need to put another tractor on, and I move some of the workers back. I've got some light machine gunners I'm starting to mass, and I do believe I've started to make land ships. Or I think they're called tank rhombuses in this game. But they are pretty much land ships with the machine guns on the sides and a front of the cannon. Here my assault on Orange succeeds, and I manage to destroy his town hall. And I'm just clearing out some of the towers and buildings because I really want the tech points. Here you can see I'm already squeezing in quite a few. And I start pushing my towers up straight away. Except now I'm making industrial. I get some vision, try to get some vision up. So I have constant viewpoints of the enemy's base. I've almost got my first batch of tanks out. And even in IR2 those tanks are pretty good. Cheap. Not very fast, but they're still very good at dealing with infantry and buildings if you have 7 or 8 of them. Here my soldiers, my workers start taking some damage, I believe, so I pull them back. Oh, from the ball, sorry, yeah. So my archers kill that. My cannons are still here firing away. In a minute I'll move them back up to the Red's border. Almost all of my allies are industrial now. And I think Russia, the Russia player, is IR2 by now. He's got some soldiers massed up on Red's border. I'm not sure what he was planning to do with those, but he does move them eventually. Or I keep pushing forwards to Red's base, pushing back his territory. And I just keep putting my towers forwards. I'm leaving these light machine gunners back at home because I still don't have any anti-air defences such as towers or anything. So I'm just leaving them at home for a little bit. Oh no, I do decide to actually... Oh no, they're just going to stay home for now. Stay at base because balloons are slow but pretty tanky. And also nothing from the medieval age, late medieval age or medieval age can hit them except from gunners. Gunpowder units, but they're not that great. Here they send a quick assault. Pink sends an assault of camels and archers, I think that is. So I call for help just in case there's any industrial units following. And I send my tanks and light machine gunners to blockade that little tree line. Here I'm still pushing up with towers, still haven't managed to get any vision on them. And then after this it becomes a bit of a standstill. As you can see, I'm still pushing these guys back. I got some rangers from, I think that's Blue, sent some rangers to help out. But they were slightly too late anyway, but that's okay. And here I find his farm, so I send some units forwards to see if I can pick it off. Start upgrading some towers. I tried to push forwards, but I realised he's got a machine gun tower as well, so I focused that down. But he does have it focusing my catapults, my onagers. So I decided to get a vision tower there and build a bit of an outpost. So I have vision and some defences from enemy. light infantry rushing. I try to get rid of his tower with my longbows, send them forwards to see if I can see what's attacking me. And he does have snipers. I'm not sure if they're his snipers or not, but I upgraded all the rest of my towers, like from medieval to industrial, and I keep massing my armies. Here I just keep absorbing iron into me, because I'm making so many tanks. I know I can't run away with my Onager there, so I just decide to keep it there. Cyan sends some Onagers to my forward base. And my cannons, I start getting rid of his housing. Try and stop him recruiting any more soldiers. And also that's the only thing I can reach. I also start building some towers, mines on iron mines that I was using. Here I'm just sorting out my economy, seeing as I ran out of wheat quickly then. So I just get the rest of my tractors up and running on that. I've got vision now, and I can see that he doesn't really have much of a military force. So I decide to keep building towers until I've got more of a military presence here, until I get my tanks over. He's focusing down my cannons, so I pulled them back in range of my gun turrets. Towers, gun towers. And I obliterate his snipers. I think they're snipers. Maybe they're rangers, doesn't matter. But yeah, here light blue, enemy light blue starts sending machine gun balloons. So I pull back all my machine gunners and start shooting at them. I completely forgot about my project up here, so I keep going with that as I can afford it. Try missing out that bear, so I'm still building more towers. At this point it might be a waste, seeing as I have some allies there to protect them and hold that front line, but so I've got I think 5 tanks out now, which is not really enough to do much damage, but enough to defend against a small force. Yeah, they're trying to do a full-on assault of Orange's base here, seeing as he's not industrial yet. So I bring all my machine gunners and tanks back, and we start destroying his enemy's horsemen and the enemy's balloons. There we go. Just keep making more workers on iron. As you can see, my iron count is falling quite dramatically because I'm making the sea forts and training tanks. So red just lost to the Russia player. Pretty sure he had some death scythes and soldiers with grenades. I keep pushing forwards with towers, trying to gain ground. I fought back a bit, seeing as I thought the Onagers were going to stay there and fight off those rangers or snipers. He sends a light bomber, so I keep building more towers to defend, and I focus all my towers on that light bomber, seeing as it can actually do damage to the siege workshop he had built and my towers. Here I realise that the balloons are heading straight for my town hall, so I pull back some machine gunners. Trying to find some stone. So I queue up an attack command over there and get them to work on the stone. Yeah, here you can see the rocket launchers starting to pound on his base. Here, as you see, I'm starting to run out of stone and wood. This is why I always try to keep my workers on wood until industrial, just so I always have some leftover of stone. Stone nodes, sorry. Here I've got too many towers at this point, so I start pushing forwards to see if I can get some damage off with my towers, seeing as my military isn't going to get here in time, as if they were defending the whole time. I think that balloon was an ally balloon then, trying to help out, but my machine gunners I have to keep posted here to destroy the bombers. Military aerostats, I think they're called. He's got some gunners from his age shooting on them as well, so they don't really have a chance against 20-something light machine gunners as well. Here I start going to IR2. The next enemy dies just up here. I carry on pushing forwards with towers, so we've always got visibility, and purple enemy base starts sending more balloons. I'm pushing forwards in my tank to try and destroy any enemy forward bases, any airfields and so on. The rocket launchers from the Russia player are also pushing forwards, trying to stay out the range of those military balloons with machine guns. I keep setting up more sea forts here, just in case he gets rushed by, I don't know, cavalry or motorcycles or something. He doesn't have much of a defense himself, he's just got some towers from the last age. I've got a few more tanks pushing forwards. At this point everyone's pushing forwards here. I'm just trying to destroy his gates so I can clear the way for my infantry. Seeing as the tanks aren't going to get affected by Bronze Age towers. Or not much anyway. Maybe 2 or 3 damage. They've got a Wonder first at this point. While Yellow has only just got his Wonder up, I think. As you can see, I'm just clearing out the towers while my infantry's still moving in. Keep forgetting to manage my economy while I'm fighting. I always get too caught up in the fighting. My machine gunners are still dealing with the military aerostats as they're trying to bomb my tanks. Did you successfully get 1 or 2 shots out? The rocket launcher squadron is still moving forward slowly. staying quite far back because they're quite fragile units, but pretty fast. They're not that great, now that you think about it, because they don't do that much damage. They're pretty inaccurate. They're quite expensive. They're an IR2 unit. But then, if you think about it, they've got huge range, so if you just set them to attack a point on the ground, like a group of housing, they can, in 5 or 6 volleys, destroy... A small number of them can destroy a lot of housing. Here I'm just going to skip to after I've destroyed that Turkey player. We've also just destroyed Light Blue, the one that rushed the Wonder. He was a Germany player. For some reason he was making balloons, and he must have spammed a lot of balloons before he died, so for the rest of the match there's just tons of military balloons and military aerostats flying towards the base. So I started building towers around our friendly base and so on. And here it's a last push and last defense from purple. I see if, just in case our push fails, I was thinking I'd start making some units. Yeah, here we go. I pull my workers off of the nearest node and run them over. I'm pretty sure I've got some tank destroyers grouped up. Look how many balloons he's got coming over. He must have like 6 or 7 airfields over there. But no one could be bothered to go over and find them, so... As you can see, it's got massive range. But they're inaccurate. So yeah, we're just slowly pushing up and destroying his towers and buildings. Keep making tank destroyers. One of my favourite Great Britain units. As you can see, that we're just obliterating the balloons as they come, but they are holding us back. So I've just left about 10 submachine gunners there, which are helping out with purple's own defences to hold them off as long as we can. So yeah, my light machine gunners are standing there pointless shooting a house. And I've also got some anti-tank riflemen, to deal with any armour the enemy have. But at this point I see that we're going to obliterate them very soon. There's still an absurd amount of balloons coming out from the fog. And we're just a full-on assault at this point. Running straight in, don't care about the towers and the military balloons. There we go. Last few seconds destroying his base. About half health now. We don't have very many damaging units firing at it, seeing as my tanks are still trying to get into a position, seeing as there's so much infantry and enemy buildings just scatter around, stopping my tanks together. And yeah, just winning. Hope you enjoyed, thank you everyone for watching, and the next video will be a Skyrim video on Tuesday.